So if you've been paying attention to the Great One grinding community here in the Hunter Call of the Wild recently, you would know that there is a crap ton of stuff going around right now, and, well, I hate to break it to you guys, but I don't know, just the guesstimate here. I've probably seen 5,000 people ruin their maps in the last few weeks listening to this stuff. And I, at first, was also very, very confused, and I just made the transition, obviously, from doing my grinds just, like, in a very casual, uneducated way, and learning everything about herd management, and going to the Extreme HM Club in literally a matter of weeks. And I am already at that point of where I'm seeing the differences of the truth about herd management and fake news. And in this video, we're going to talk about it all, okay? We're going to go over it all in this video. Now, real quick, we're just going to go back to the beginning, start fresh here. A couple of weeks ago, there was a comment that was sent to my manager that was shown to me, yada yada, about how Great Ones spawn. I'm sure you guys all remember my video on that. We're not going to get into all that. That's going to make the whole 20-minute video right there. It led to people making videos about it, then talking about the whole predetermined zone thing, and now I'm seeing people making videos making changes to the way that they're herd managing their grinds, and it's cooking not only their own maps, but the public's maps. The whole point of people making videos on that question to begin with, and the way that I seen it to begin with, and the way that it was explained to me by, quite frankly, the best Great One grinder of all time, who just lives in my Discord server, if you know, you know. How do Great Ones spawn? In that moderator explained it very, very well. We got an answer. Herd management helps spawn Great Ones. He explained to us how Great Ones spawn and why, not if, why herd management helps you spawn more of them. Now, here a couple days ago, EW did release a little letter talking about fallow deer respawns and the things that they've been changing, but as per usual with EW, I mean, it was brief. I would suggest checking out the video Lady did if you want to learn more about that whole deal. I will link that down in the description for you guys. That whole EW thing, what EW said, that has nothing to do with this video. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I'm trying to be as genuine as possible here while still staying on topic. I'm talking about these methods that people are doing, and the method that everyone seems to be doing now. Nothing changed. Nothing should have changed. If you're going to herd manage your map, you should do it the exact same way AMAC has been doing it for the last 6 years, and the exact same way that all of the people that have more than 30 Great Ones have been doing it for the last 6 years. A lot more than 30 Great Ones, okay, my Frenchmans? And I was in this whole thing up until the last few weeks when people joined my Discord and joined my team and opened my mind and made it make sense for me. I was in the whole just running around and very uneducatedly just shooting males and hoping one of them would come back as a Great One. And I tried some different methods, and little did I know there is one method that works and no other method works. You have two options. You shoot males and hope a Great One spawns, or you herd manage. And there's one way of herd managing that works, at least. I'm already seeing improvements in my grinds, executing these methods after grinding the exact same way everyone else has for the last few years, running around like a headless chicken, shooting random things in random ways and different methods and destroying my map. But that's for a whole nother video. We'll get into that some other time. There's so much stuff about a new method and yada yada going around right now, and it's doing nothing but causing confusion. There is no new method, and if you change the way that you're herd managing, you are going to destroy your Great One rate, and your respawns will be cooked. That's if you were already doing the standard, normal herd management method that everyone that has success with herd management has been doing for the last 6 years. Now that this whole deal is going public and even EW's talking a little bit, which, holy crap, can you believe it? People are freaking out, and there's thousands of you guys ruining your maps from it. There's some whole thing about setting up on 16 zones and shooting one male from each zone going around right now, and that will cook your map, bro. That is wrong. Do not do that. Do not, do not, do not. I cannot say it enough. Don't do that. If you're only shooting 16 males per rotation, the respawn pool doesn't have enough males for them to respawn. AKA, you ain't getting no respawns, Brett. If you're only shooting 16 per rotation, you're gonna be waiting forever to get respawns. You need to be shooting at least 10 separate main zones per rotation, 2 out of each zone. That's 15 to 20 mils, which is the minimum you want to shoot per rotation if you're herd managing to get consistent respawns. Even the 8 zone, 2 out of each zone method, I'm not even gonna do that anymore. I used to do that for some of my grinds. I'm not doing that anymore for my herd managed grinds. This is still only 16 mils per run. And that explains why we never get respawns. This also prevents your Great One from spawning. The predetermined zone where the Great One's gonna spawn automatically moves to the zones being hunted the heaviest, and if you're only shooting one per zone at 16 different zones all over the place, that predetermined zone is bouncing around. You're juggling with it. It will never remain stationary, and your Great One will take forever to spawn. So what you should do if you're going to herd manage is join my Discord server, navigate to the Extreme HM FAQ, and look at the info for your specific grind. It can vary from grind to grind, but usually you want 10 to 12 main zones, 2 males from each zone. As for exterior zones and solo zones, you want to check them all every 5 to 6 runs. I mean, run your entire map where you're not set up at, every zone besides your main zones, every 5 to 6 runs. Every few hundred kills is not enough. It does not work like that. No. It used to kind of, but even back then, every few hundred kills is not enough. I personally run my exterior zones every 2 rotations, and we'll get into why here in just a second. Since the last update, animals are jumping every few, if not after every single rotation. EW likes to change things with the respawn system and wait 6 months to tell us about it, which does not help. Mac figured this out a while ago, back when Scotland launched. Animals jump after almost every single main zone rotation now. So therefore, you need to check your exteriors and solos every 5 to 6 main zone rotations in a private multiplayer server to spawn invisible animals in at a minimum. I've noticed it with my bears. If you watch my streams, yeah, I've been talking about this whole deal quite a bit. My bears have been jumping after every single rotation. Every single rotation. I have not had a rotation where I don't have any jumpers. This never used to happen. It is happening now because, again, EW is changing things with the respawn system and just now deciding to say a little bit about it with the fallow deer. They're changing the way that the animals spawn to try to make Great Ones harder to get because they don't like grinders. They've never been fond of it, and they never will be. That's EW, man. Not only is it just the bears, it's every other grind in the game. Not to mention the feeders being broken with the boar and they're not doing anything about it. Is that not enough evidence right there to show that, hey, they still aren't fond of us grinding? It's not just the bears that are jumping either, it's every single grind. People in my Discord server are having new males show up in their main zones. They're having new solos show up even after Extreme herd managing their maps their maps have been herd managed for years at this point. They're having males just jump out of their exterior zones and replace with females, which is never something that's ever happened before. Females and males are swapping like crazy now for the fallow deer. I used to have a zone, and I've noticed this myself, with 2 shooter males in it every single time. I logged on today, there was 3 guaranteed trolls on my map, which were not there last night as I checked all my main zones before I went to bed to make sure there wasn't a Great One. So that alone is weird, but one of my main zones, my best main zone, that very first one on the river, had all females in it. My 2 males jumped. I found them, and you'll never guess where they were. They jumped to another herd, so now one herd has 4 males, 2 less females, and my main herd has all females because the females where they swapped went to my main zone. I know it's complicated, but not good things. Not good things at all for grinders, man. It's getting more and more difficult as time goes on, and we're getting sick of it. Right now, they are still changing stuff. They're still changing stuff right now, and I'm going to make a whole video on this whole topic of them changing stuff, but they're changing stuff right now. Little tiny changes that they don't need to release whole updates for, that they can just make, they can change it right while we're in the game because of the servers. Weird things are happening. And when you play the amount of time that we do, not even myself, I have to video edit and whatnot, but these people in my Discord server, 4 people specifically, I'm not going to say names. Just if you join my Discord server and give it 15 minutes in our public voice chat that they're in there 19 hours a day in, no exaggeration either. Sometimes it'll get closer to 20 hours. My buddy Take Him Down only sleeps 3 hours a day. He's retired. So what does he do with the rest of his life? He plays Call of the Wild. He notices these changes. Shout out Take Him Down. Drop a comment down below, man. They're in there in my voice chat right now. They've been in there for 18 hours at this point of recording. They notice every single change that EW makes. And they're messing with stuff with the respawn system right now as we speak. And these changes aren't good either, but right now, really all you can do is just do it the exact same way you've done it before. All this new method stuff is causing so much confusion. The traditional herd management method, again, all the info is in the Extreme HM FAQ section in my Discord server. Usually 10 to 12 zones, but you need to run your exteriors every 5 to 6 rotations in a private multiplayer server. Every few hundred kills does not work. That's a mistake I made for a very, very long time, and as soon as I started doing it, for me, I'm crazy, I play a lot, I do it every 2 rotations, I do online school, I don't have a job, I'm 16 years old, so therefore this is what I do. I do it every 2 rotations. I rotate through my main zones 2 times, exteriors once. 2 times through the mains, exteriors once, repeat. If you want to do it like that, then go for it. You might see some success. But I had to get a video out on this, clearing it up ASAP. There are so many like 14-year-old kids cooking their maps like an egg on black concrete on a 120-degree day in the state of California. Worse than that. They're burning their maps to a crisp, dog. It's bad. The whole 16 zone thing, it's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. You should do herd management the exact same way that they've been doing herd management, and everyone who has success with herd management has been doing it for the last 6 years. And it definitely doesn't help with this whole, the new comment thing, talk about the predetermined zones and whatnot. It doesn't help that EW is changing a bunch of stuff with the respawn system and just now deciding to tell us about it right as this is all happening. And it's not just the fallow deer that they've changed the respawns with, guys. It's not. They're changing everything. Every single thing. Like take my fallow deer, for example. Nothing like this should be happening. They are changing stuff to make it harder on us as grinders because they're not a fan of grinding. That's how EW's always been. That's how they'll always be. I mean, even the bears, for example. Take the bears, for example. Since the last update, it cooked the bears. It cooked the mule deer. The mule deer jump like crazy now. Solos. Jump out from main zones all the time. Deer from main zones jump out to exterior zones all the time. That never used to happen before. Since this last Tornasheen update when they made a bunch of changes, and like I said, they're making changes as we speak and messing with things because we notice it. I just told you how long they're in there. Even I notice it and I play nowhere near as long as my friends do. The bears, for example, they are not the same grind anymore, man. You need to herd manage the bears to a point of where it's stupid. You need only 3s and below in exterior zones, 3s, 2s, level 1 males, and females in exterior zones, otherwise you have like a 1 in 50 diamond rate. And your great one rate is horrible. It's going to get to a point where the respawn system is so screwed that we're going to need to... there's not going to be anything we can do, really. I mean, what are we going to do, herd manage our bears to all level 1s? There's nothing we can do about the jumper mule deer besides just deal with them. So we're at a point right now with, yeah, it's not like catastrophic for grinding. It's not over. And by the way, I mean, is the whole thing with the boar feeders not working at all and them just kind of ignoring that? Not enough information to say, hey, EW is not fond of grinding, despite them actually upfront saying it before to one of my friends. Not to mention, one of my friends wrote out a whole article in the official Hunter Call of the Wild Discord server before about how this specific herd management method that they've been using for the last 6 years works, and it was immediately deleted. I mean, could it not be any more obvious EW hates herd management, and they don't want us to grind for great ones? But this is for a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into that right now. There's so much stuff that I haven't told you guys, man. There is so much stuff, man. It's not okay, really. It really isn't. Like, there's so many people that play this game to grind, and every day it gets more difficult because they're working against us. The final takeaway, right now, what I would suggest that you guys do, again, is run your exterior zone super frequently. Do not listen to any of the 16 zone, 1 male from each zone stuff out there that will destroy your respawns. You're not going to get any respawns. You're not going to be checking your exteriors enough. Your great one rate's going to be horrible. You're going to have like a 1 in 30 diamond rate. That's if you put enough hours into it to achieve any success with that method. You want to use the same method everyone's been using for the last 6 years. There's no new method. The only difference is, after all this stuff that's been going around, we need to check exteriors more. Why? Because animals are jumping more because EW's messing with the respawn system. My friends figured this out right after Tornasheen came out. Didn't take them very long at all because they play 20 hours a day. That's the only thing that we know of as of right now, as of the 27th of March at 10 o'clock at night, that EW's messed with, is the respawn system. And not really anything to do with great ones either, just in general. They're trying to make general shooting more difficult for us. They're making it so males don't respawn as consistently. Females are swapping with males. Males are leaving main zones. Males aren't respawning where they've been shot from even after all drink zones have been discovered. There's so much stuff going around right now about a new method and this and that, yada yada yada. Ignore it. Use the Extreme HM FAQ in my Discord server. If you have questions, join VC, drop them down below in the comment section. Do herd management the same way it's always been done, with one change. This is the only thing that you need to do after this whole new method discovery and this whole thing with the comment of where they literally just told us how great ones spawn and the fact that herd management gives us more great ones, which is something that's been known for a very, very, very long time. And the unfortunate thing is EW's never straight up said it, that herd management, yeah, it gets you more great ones easier because they don't like it, so therefore none of the big official creators ever said anything about it, which made it so that way it took me 6 years to realize that herd management affects the spawn rate of great ones. 6 years. Now, I'm not the smartest individual on the face of the earth, and y'all that watch me know that, but thank the Lord above that I've had some really good people join my team in my Discord server who have been working with great ones and herd management and grinding for the last 6 years since they released. And I'm proud to say we got the best information. Why? Because several of the best Great One grinders of all time, in the sense of numbers, are in there. Constantly. They're in there right now. They're in there 24/7. But hey, I really do hope this video helped clear a crap ton of stuff up for you guys. I'm going to have more videos on this whole topic coming soon, but I needed to get this out there because there is, several times an hour in our voice chat, some kid joining, talking about the new 16 zone method and asking how to do it, and he's already began doing it, and he's destroying his map. He's not getting any respawns. His males are jumping. He's shot 4,000 males with no great one, and his diamond rate's 1 in 50. I wonder why. And you know, I was in that same exact position, man. I really was. I just am thankful that I discovered herd management and whatnot before all this started going around, because that really would have confused me. I barely discovered it in time, and I swear to you, dude, it was meant to be. It really was. But I don't think there's anyone else out there that could explain it. I don't think there's anyone else out there that knows besides these people in my Discord. They have their own servers too, by the way, but for some reason, they decided to vast in my Discord server. Like I say all the time, we just got the best Call of the Wild community. I know it, man. You know, it ain't got nothing to do with me, you know, it's the people in there. And it's just gotten 10 times better. And it just keeps getting better. I don't know, it just keeps getting better, man. Every day. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I will have more videos coming soon on this whole topic. The whole thing about EW changing things, I'm going to have a video coming soon on that. Stay tuned. I'm going to expose the complete and total truth about that. Just get it out there so you guys understand. At the end of the day, I make videos for the people. I don't make videos to cater to some company. I make videos for the people. Okay? I'm not saying that's what other creators do by any means. Do not take it that way. I'm just saying when I discover something that's going to genuinely help you guys as the players, I'm going to make a video on it. Why? Because I'm a player. I don't consider myself a content creator. I consider myself someone who makes videos and talks about what I'm doing, frankly put. And I label myself as a content creator because I produce and post content. You know what I'm saying? But hey, again, this outro is going to be a mile long. This video is going to be a mile long. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I really needed to get this out there. Much love to you guys. Much love to the Squid Gang. As always, my name is Squid. You're watching Squidster Gaming. We'll catch you guys in the next banger. Peace out, my gamers.